Point of order, Alicia Kearns.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. On a point of order, I attempted today to submit a written question, to MHCOG regarding the unredacted plans for the proposed new Chinese Communist Party embassy in London. The Table Office, however, told me that they refused to table it on the grounds that the government has effectively issued a block, refusing to answer any questions related to the proposal in any way. Now, this, of course, follows yesterday the urgent question where the government refused to put up a Home Office minister, despite the question being about national security. So please may I seek your advice. How is the government able to block making answers to any questions on a matter of such national importance, and how do we get the answers we deserve if we can't in the chamber or now in written questions?
I thank the honourable member for raising her point of order. Responses to questions are of course a matter for the government rather than the chair, but Erskine May paragraph 22.19 states that questions for written answers are not in order which renew or repeat in substance questions already answered or to which an answer has been refused in that session of Parliament. If the government has refused to answer questions on a specific matter, further questions would therefore not be in order. However, that may not be the case in this incident. I would suggest she seeks further advice from the Table Office on what other routes are open to her to pursue her concerns, and the government whips are acknowledging that this is something, no doubt, that they will continue in their conversations as well.
Speaker. Thank you. I wish to raise a point of order in relation to the Public Office Accountability Bill. The House will be aware that we've already seen the chaotic last-minute pulling of that bill, but we were due to consider today, moved to next week. The House will also know the convention is that the government lays its own amendments ahead of opposition amendments to give us time to consider them. The government pledged to make us aware of the amendments today before the House rises, so we would have at least an hour perhaps to consider what we might put, and we are still no further ahead with seeing what the government wishes to amend. On top of that, we were offered a Privy Council a briefing on Privy Council terms that myself and a colleague attended, which was cancelled at the last minute. The handling of this bill, which is related to matters of national security, is chaotic. How can we ensure the House is in a position to lay amendments that respond to the government's own amendments?
I thank the honourable member for his point of order, which the front bench will no doubt have heard. The amendments will be available for members in the usual way after the deadline for tabling has passed. And I think he accepts that tabling hasn't yet passed. And no doubt he's got his points on the record, and discussions between the front benches is not a matter for the chair. Shuffle over.